Hello photographers, it is Ben from TAFE and I want to summarize what we learnt about Bridge in a little video here for you to go away and watch and rewatch and watch again and get a bit of practice in. First up, you'll notice a few differences and that is because I am recording this on an Apple Mac computer and so far you guys have been working on PCs. You will also notice my version of Bridge is CS5 and you're on the Creative Cloud version. You'll probably notice a few differences, but the thing you'll notice most of all is that, heck, these programs are really similar. They only change a little bit through the upgrades. So, let's get started. First up, we remember that the main thing to remember about Bridge is that it doesn't store your files. You point Bridge to where they're kept, and then it's like a really sophisticated window to look at them. Alright, cool. So that said, you can import your photos with Bridge. Just know that they're not going inside Bridge somewhere, they're just being moved by Bridge. Bridge is kind of like the taxi service to get you your photos from, work, which is your camera, to your hard drive, which is home. Yeah, it's the transportation thing going on. All right, so to import photos, remember we go to File. Oh, I got to get onto Bridge, not QuickTime. Here we go. We're in Bridge now. We go up to File. We go to Get Photos from Camera. And this will come up here. Remember we talked about there's a basic dialog or there's an advanced dialog. Advanced is where you get to do all your picking and choosing and all that kind of stuff. You can resize the corners, and this is where all your photos are visible and videos are visible on your card. And you can uncheck them all, and then you can go along and pick the ones you want. I might want those three, and then I might want this group here, so I'm going to shift click the first one, shift click the last one, tick the box, they're all going to tick together. Or I might want to bring everything in at once, which is, for the most part, you go out shooting and you want to bring everything into your computer and go from there. Alright, so let's say I want to bring everything in. I'm just going to uncheck those. Check all, and then uncheck these. What's it doing to me? Okay, it's going to do that. I'm going to check this one, select that one, and check all of them. The reason I don't want to check these videos is because they're massive files and they'll take ages to come in. And I want to keep this video nice and short. Alright, so we've chosen our photos on this side. Now we'll go over here and we'll tell Bridge where to put them. So this could be your hard drive, this could be somewhere, it could be your desktop. Remember, if it's your desktop at TAFE, you're going to have very little room to work with, so it's best to save your files onto your hard drive and work off them there. Because this is my computer, I can save stuff to my desktop because I've got lots of room. So I'm going to call these Pictures from TAFE. Create that folder. Choose it, and now I know it's going to go into that folder, and here's a little box that tells me it's going to create a subfolder inside that folder, and it's going to save them as year, month, and date. You can say don't put it in a folder, you can give your folder a custom name, or you've got these year, month, and date things. I'm just going to leave it as the default there because that's fine. You can choose whether you want to rename your files. I'm going to leave mine as they are. And most of these options, for the most part, you can leave alone. This one's nice to have ticked because once they finish importing, they'll open up in a Bridge window and you can get to work on them straight away. Down in this metadata stuff, I'm just going to put some basic stuff in here. So I took the photos and I have copyright because I'm the one who pushed the shutter button, and I'm going to hit Get Photos. And they're all going to import in fairly quickly. and we can just talk amongst ourselves while this is happening. Like I said, this is a nice way to import your photos. If you find the way of importing them straight from, say, opening up your camera in my computer or this PC, selecting all your photos and copying them, and then going to a location on your hard drive and making another folder and pasting them in, you know, just using the old fashioned proprietary software that's built into Windows or Mac, that's fine too. You'll always be able to move your photos with that software on any computer, even if it doesn't have Bridge, okay? If you've got Bridge, this isn't a bad way to do it too, and it gets you using Bridge a lot. All right, so in one of these folders, here's our pictures. There's already a video up in Moodle about how to sort of, you know, set up Bridge and change the colors and your different views and all that kind of stuff. That's nice. Film strip is where we do a lot of our work because you get your photos down the bottom here and a big preview up here. G'day Trish, and some trees and all that kind of thing. If you want to make one big, the thumbnail's bigger, the other one bigger, all that kind of stuff. Remember, if you press spacebar, you're going to get a big sort of full screen preview. I can just press escape out of that. And if I click on the preview, it's going to give me a zoomed in sort of view. Yeah. Remembering that once you import your photos, it takes a little while for Bridge to build what's called a cache, sort of like a working memory of these photos. And once that's built, these previews will start to look a lot better and all that kind of thing. So it's not a bad idea to import your photos, go get a cup of coffee, go walk the dog, come back, you're ready to go. Everything should be sorted by then. Now, cool things you can do from Bridge. One is, of course, if you double click the photo, Photoshop will power up. And give it a minute. Okay, no, I don't want to do a survey. And now we're in Photoshop. Okay, your photo's in Photoshop. Once we save it, you can either save it as a copy or save it and save the changes directly onto the original file. You can come back to Bridge and pick another one to work with. In Photoshop, you'll probably find there's a button here that says Launch Bridge, so you can head back to Bridge through there. I mean, it's not too hard either, just to sort of click between the, I've just opened another one, click between your two programs here, Photoshop and Bridge. If you're on a PC, you know, they're the buttons on your start menu. I'm just going to close that Olympus program. Oh. I can't drive my computer today. There we go. Alright, so like I said, Bridge, you can sort through all the files on your desktop. On the desktop is where I put it's just where I told the computer I was going to save those files. Yeah. So you can point Bridge at anything and it can manage all sorts of files on your computer. We're going to use it for photos and videos because we do photography. Yeah. What else can we do from Bridge? We talked about the image processor. So for a bulk resizing of photos, say if I want to put this group of photos on Facebook and I don't want to upload them for full size, we can select them all and we can go to Tools, we can go to Photoshop, and we can go to Image Processor, and we can work through what we want to process from there. Yeah. Alright, that'll keep you out of trouble for now. Keep in mind that Bridge is like a halfway house between Photoshop and your files, and a lot of the things you can do in Bridge you can also do in Photoshop via the menus, and you know, vice versa. So for example, File, Scripts, Image Processor is where you'll find the same image processor as in Bridge, where you go to Tools, Photoshop, Image Processor. Okay, it's all intermingled. They're all one happy family. Find a way that works for you. Remember, we go, if you like to open your files and sort your files in Bridge, that's fine. If you like to open them in Photoshop, that's fine too. Whatever works for you. I'm going to be harping on about using the Bridge workflow for a while because it's a nice way to bring all your photos in, flick through them, give them a star ranking by either clicking on here or down here, or by giving it a control if you're on a PC, or command 3, 4, 5, 2, 0. I'll give that one a 4-star. And then once you've given a bunch of images, say, a rating all the same. Do I like any? Ooh, yeah, let's have that one. Once we've got made their selections, we can sort them. So all the ones that didn't make the cut disappear from view. They're still there in your files, but they're and then you've just got these 4 to edit in Photoshop and finish off. And then once you've done that, you can select them and drag them into a folder on your desktop, or just copy them onto a USB to give to a client. They're your finished files. All right, that ended up going a bit long, but that's okay. What I want to suggest to you is to just, over the next couple of weeks, keep playing with Bridge, keep clicking on things, keep revisiting these videos, get familiar with it, because it's going to be with us for the rest of the year. And it's a nice program, but it's something you want to play with a lot to get familiar with. And if you don't practice with it and you only come to class, if we only use Bridge 3 hours a week, every Tuesday, you're going to find it's a complex program. Whereas if you play with it a little bit every day, you're going to find you have no problems with it at all. All right, keep shooting, have fun, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.